Discovering the Power of Aging, Living Fully from 70 to 80. Most people assume that life slows down after 70. They picture long days in a recliner, relying on others for help, or quietly watching time pass. But that's not the full story. Not for everyone, anyway. There's a remarkable group of men and women who keep moving, keep learning, and keep leading well into their 70s and 80s. They're not superheroes or just lucky. They've simply held on to a few essential skills that help them stay sharp and strong. Because of that, they've earned themselves more time. Time to enjoy a peaceful morning coffee, catch up with friends at the local community center, or laugh with great grandkids in the backyard. If you're between 70 and 80 years old and can still do the 8 things we're about to explore, consider yourself one of the rare gems. Each of these abilities signals physical strength, mental clarity, and a kind of youthful energy that doesn't fade with age. And if you're not quite there yet, don't worry. There's still time. You'll learn how to rebuild what might have slipped away and how to protect your future, starting today. Stick with us to the end, because the final ability we'll discuss may be the strongest predictor of whether you'll keep living with independence and vitality or slowly retreat into the background. Let's start with something that might sound simple, but is surprisingly powerful. Your ability to get up from the floor without assistance. Forget complicated medical tests, blood work, fitness trackers, or costly exams. There's a basic physical skill that can quietly predict your level of independence, your balance, your coordination, and even your chances of living longer. All it takes is an open space on the floor. Here's how it works. Sit down on the floor. Now try to stand back up without using your hands, your knees, a chair, or someone else's help. Can you do it? It may sound basic, but this test tells you more about your real-world health than most lab reports. It doesn't just measure strength. It reflects how well your body works as a system. It takes core stability, flexible hips, solid balance, body awareness, and a well-tuned nervous system. If even one of those is off, this test will show it. Here's the surprising part. Studies have found that older adults who can sit and rise from the floor without support have significantly lower risk of death. One study, published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, found that people over 50 who could do this lived up to 5 times longer than those who couldn't. Why? Because your ability to lift yourself up off the ground is about much more than muscle. It's about resilience. When you can get up under your own power, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. This body still works. It's still stable. It's still safe. That message affects everything, from hormone balance to your sense of confidence. Your nervous system stays calm, your steps become more steady, and your risk of falling plummets. At this stage of life, it's not the fall itself that's the danger. It's not being able to get back up. Think about it. If you slip in the kitchen while making tea, lose your balance in the bathroom, or stumble in the garden, what matters most isn't the fall. It's whether you can rise again without panic or pain. And that ability doesn't come from walking alone. It comes from doing floor work, sitting, shifting, rotating, and pushing your body up from the ground. These are movements many people stop doing after 60. And unfortunately, that's when they start to lose them altogether. But here's the good news. You can build this ability back. You're not too old. You're not too stiff. And it's absolutely not too late. Take John from Texas, age 72. He fell once and lost his confidence. But after 3 months of simple daily practice on the floor, using pillows for support, he was able to stand up on his own again. No help needed. With the right movement, the right consistency, and the right mindset, your body can remember how to trust itself, how to respond, and how to rise again, physically and emotionally. So where do you begin? Start small. Sit on the floor once a day. Use a yoga mat or cushions at first. Practice crossing your legs, shifting your weight, and using a little support if needed, but slowly reduce it over time. Engage your core. Stretch your hips. Activate your glutes. Your body is a connected system, and the floor is your training ground. The more you engage with the floor, the more your brain builds a fresh internal map of strength, balance, and coordination. And this isn't just about muscles. It's about freedom. What does real independence look like at 75? It's not about driving fast or lifting heavy weights. It's being able to shower safely, pick something up off the floor without falling, tend to your garden, sit and play with the grandkids, get up from the couch without effort, and move through your home with confidence, knowing your legs will carry you and your body won't let you down. When you can get up from the floor without help, you're telling the world and yourself that you're still in charge. You still own your body. And that kind of confidence, it changes everything. You start to move more. You become more social. You avoid the spiral that traps many older adults. Fear of falling, which leads to less movement, which leads to weakness, which increases the risk of falling even more. But when you stay mobile, you stay alive. So take an honest look at yourself. If standing without hands is tough, don't panic, but don't brush it off either. That difficulty is your body's way of asking for help, for strength, for attention. Don't wait until it's convenient. Don't wait until next week. Start now. Spend just 2 minutes on the floor today. Add light squats to your routine. Stretch your hips daily. Strengthen your core 3 times a week. None of it is extreme, but all of it is essential. Because in the end, standing up from the floor isn't just a movement, it's a message about how you face aging, how you meet life's challenges, and how you plan to live the rest of your years with strength, grace, and the quiet confidence of someone who doesn't just endure old age, but rises through it. The power of carrying your own bags, what your hands say about your health. Next, let's talk about something that may seem small but carries deep meaning: carrying your own bags. You may not think twice about it. Grabbing a grocery bag from the car, walking it into the kitchen, setting it down. But if you can still do that without hesitation, your body is quietly telling you something powerful. You're aging well. Because this isn't just about lifting a bag. It's about independence, strength, and the resilience of your nervous system. And more than that, it's about what your hands reveal about your heart, your brain, and your future. Grip strength may seem like just another fitness number, but according to research published in The Lancet, the Journal of Gerontology, and other global institutes on aging, it's one of the most accurate predictors of early mortality. In fact, it may tell you more about your long-term health than blood pressure, cholesterol, or even weight. Why? Because grip strength reflects your overall vitality. Strong hands mean your nervous system is firing well, your muscles are responsive, your bones are bearing load, and your heart and circulation are fully engaged. But when your grip begins to weaken, not from injury, but from disuse, something shifts. Your body starts to quietly shut down, muscle fades, blood flow slows, balance becomes shaky, and your confidence begins to waver. You start avoiding jars that are hard to open. You hesitate to reach across the table. You let someone else carry the bags from the trunk. Bit by bit, your world shrinks, not because of your age, but because you've stopped using what was once second nature. But here's the truth. No one tells you. This decline can be reversed. Take Mary from Ohio. At 78, she struggled to carry her groceries. But after just 2 months of squeezing a rubber ball each day, 10 minutes while watching her evening shows, she regained the strength to carry her own bags without asking her kids for help. You can rebuild that strength, even at 70, even at 80, even if your hands are stiff, even if you haven't exercised in years. Your muscles haven't forgotten how, they're just waiting for a signal. And that signal starts the moment you decide to challenge them again, safely, consistently, and with intention. Carrying your own belongings is one of the clearest, most practical tests of this. Can you lift a bag without pain? Can you carry it from room to room without dropping it? Can you move something across the kitchen without strain? If the answer is yes, that's not just a functional victory, it's a sign of cellular health. It means your joints are coordinating, your bones are handling stress, and your grip hasn't faded with time. But if the answer is no, if you struggle to carry weight, if bags feel heavier than they used to, if your fingers tire or your wrists shake, don't brush it off. That's not just weakness, it's your body asking for help. Not from pills, not from surgery, from movement, resistance, nourishment. Here's what happens when you train your grip. Your brain sharpens. Cognitive studies show that grip strength correlates with brain function. Older adults with stronger hands tend to have better memory, quicker reaction times, and fewer signs of cognitive decline, because grip strength isn't just about the hands. It reflects how well your brain communicates with your body, how fast your nerves transmit signals, and how stable your spinal system remains. When grip fades, mental clarity often follows. But the opposite is also true. When strength returns, mental focus increases. Grip strength also supports your heart. Every time you carry something heavy, your cardiovascular system gets involved. Blood pumps more efficiently, vessels expand, your heart rate stabilizes under pressure. And unlike high-impact cardio, grip training is low strain. Simple holds, gentle weights, squeezing a ball. This builds endurance at the deepest level, not just in muscle, but in circulation and nerve resilience. So, what can you do? Start with intentional lifting. Carry a small bag in each hand and walk slowly around your home. Squeeze a towel for 10 seconds at a time. Use a hand gripper while watching TV. Hang from a bar if possible, even if your feet still touch the ground. These movements may seem basic, but they rebuild connection. They wake up your fingertips, strengthen your forearms, and most importantly, they tell your brain, these hands still work. Remember this, your hands are not just tools, they're messengers. They reflect how engaged you are with life, cooking, cleaning, lifting, moving, protecting. When your hands are strong, your posture improves, your gait steadies, your breath deepens, and you feel more present, more alive. That's why this isn't about looking tough. It's about freedom. The freedom to carry your own groceries, to hold your own suitcase, to lift your grandchild, to open that stubborn jar, to live without hesitation. That's dignity, that's health, that's power. So next time you bring a bag into the kitchen, pause for a moment. Feel the strength in your fingers, the steadiness in your wrist, the confidence in your step. That's your health speaking, loud and clear. Walking, a 15-minute stride that speaks volumes. Next, let's talk about something that might seem small, but truly matters. Walking at a steady pace for 5 minutes without pain. A 15-minute walk, no hills, no weights, no marathon medal at the finish, just one foot in front of the other at a comfortable rhythm. But if you can do it, walk briskly without stopping, without wincing in pain, without gasping or locked knees, that's not a small win. It's a sign that your body is still in harmony. At this stage of life, that harmony is worth more than gold. Because walking isn't just exercise, it's a test of your entire system. Every step challenges coordination, endurance, joint integrity, circulation, lung capacity, and mental presence. If something is off, tight hips, weak ankles, foggy mind, irregular heartbeat, hesitant gait, walking will reveal it. But if you move smoothly, you're not just mobile, you're neurologically intact. And that matters far more than most realize. Endurance isn't about distance, it's about how many systems are still willing to work together. Your brain plans the route, your heart keeps the beat, your lungs oxygenate, your blood vessels expand and contract, your muscles fire in sequence, your joints absorb shock, your balance keeps it all centered. It's not just exercise, it's a symphony. And when you walk briskly for 15 minutes, you're conducting that symphony precisely. But when walking becomes painful, hips burning, knees swollen, back tight, breath shallow, that's not just aging. It's your body waving a red flag. It might be inflammation, weak glutes, poor posture, shallow breathing, or cognitive fatigue. And the worst mistake is accepting that pain as permanent, because when walking becomes a burden, a wall begins to close in on your life. Why? Because walking is freedom. It's how you safely make it to the bathroom, brew your morning coffee, visit friends, step into the sunshine. When walking hurts, when it's limited, your world shrinks. Your radius shrinks. You go out less, explore less, start saying no, avoid stairs, lean on others, and piece by piece, your independence slips away. But walking holds power. It's both diagnostic and therapeutic. If it hurts, it tells you where work is needed. If you avoid it, your body deteriorates faster. But if you embrace it with patience, structure, and intention, it becomes a medicine with no side effects. A consistent walking habit restores balance, circulation, memory, mobility, even digestion. Yes, walking improves your gut. It boosts your mood, sleep, and confidence. The human body is built to walk, not just for transportation, but for preservation. Your hips are meant for stepping, your knees for bending and pushing, your spine for movement. And when you gift your body that movement daily, gently, steadily, you send a signal to every system. We're still here. We're still working. We're still capable. Take Tom from Florida, age 74. He began with a 5-minute daily walk around the local park. After 6 months, he was walking 15 minutes pain-free and felt mentally uplifted. And it's not about speed, it's about rhythm. A pace where you can talk, feel your body warm up, breathe a bit deeper, and clear your mind. That's where healing happens. That's where longevity builds. Not in gyms, not on machines, not through aggressive protocols, but simply by putting on your shoes and saying, let's walk. If you haven't walked 15 minutes today, even that's okay. Start with 5, then 7, slowly add a minute or 2 each week. Tune into how it feels, not just in your legs, but in your mind. You might notice brain fog lifting, anxiety easing, tension melting, because movement doesn't just stretch the body, it stretches the soul. It returns control that time might have taken away. And if you already walk 15 minutes daily, protect this gift. Don't let comfort steal it. Keep walking, change the route. Add hills if you can. Go with a friend. Walk in silence. Walk with awareness. Each step you take is a statement. I'm still in control. I'm still engaged. I'm still living, not just surviving. Because the truth is, once comfortable walking disappears, everything else becomes harder. Standing up, dressing, traveling, socializing. Movement becomes negotiation. Life becomes small. But if you can walk pain-free, even just 15 minutes, your future remains wide open. So treat walking as sacred, not a chore, but a testament to your endurance, your capacity, your commitment to stay truly alive. 15 minutes may feel small, but it's a start. Sleep, the hidden power of 6 to 8 hours, no pills needed. Finally, let's speak about sleep. Having solid 6 to 8 hours of rest without medication. There's a quiet power people often overlook. It doesn't come with medals. It doesn't hit the headlines, but it transforms everything, night after night. It's the ability to fall asleep naturally and stay asleep, without pills, without waking frequently, without the grogginess of sleeping aids. Just deep, healing sleep that restores your body fully. If you're over 70 and still sleeping this way, it's not luck. It's a superpower. Most don't realize how vital quality sleep becomes in later years. It's not just rest, it's recovery. As we age, bodies change. Hormones drop, nervous systems get sensitive, pain lingers, inflammation creeps in. Nighttime is when the body is programmed to repair, but only if it achieves deep sleep, slow-wave, nutrient-rich sleep where the brain clears debris, muscles recover, and immunity resets. Yet for many older adults, that sleep is rare. They wake every 2 hours, stare at the ceiling, shift, sip water, and eventually take a sleeping pill. Sleeping pills may provide temporary relief, but they come with a cost. Many don't deliver natural sleep cycles, they just sedate. Over time, this impairs memory, concentration, immunity, and even increases dementia risk. So if you still get 6 to 8 hours straight, no medication, don't just think good, think outstanding. It means your body still knows its natural rhythms. It knows when to sleep and when to wake. Your brain cycles through all essential stages, light sleep, deep sleep, REM, and brings you back refreshed, clear, and energized. That sleep is your shield. It flushes toxins like beta amyloid linked to Alzheimer's, balances cortisol, the stress hormone, releases growth hormones for repair, and supports bones, immunity, muscles. Most importantly, it restores emotional balance. It helps you stay calm, sharp, and resilient, especially in face of change, loss, or physical hardship. So how do you maintain or reclaim this gift? Start long before bedtime. Get morning sunlight to set your body's clock. Add gentle movement, walk or stretch to reduce cortisol and boost melatonin later. Watch your diet, skip late caffeine and sugar, add magnesium, healthy fats, hydrate early. Keep a consistent schedule, even on weekends. But the overlooked key, calm. Many older adults carry stress to bed, fears unsaid, regrets, worries about tomorrow. If unresolved, that stress clings to your nervous system and blocks deep sleep. Try journaling, deep breathing, power down routines, no screens an hour before sleep, gentle stretching, prayer, or soft music. Let your body know, today is done, it's safe to rest. You can't force sleep, but you can invite it by setting the stage physically and emotionally. And when sleep arrives, it does something no medication can. Restores without effort, heals without noise, rebuilds you silently from within. If you've lost this ability, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. It's not just aging, it's often blood sugar imbalance, hormones, emotional stress, or nervous system disharmony. And all of that is fixable. You don't need to live in exhaustion or fog. Start small, cut alcohol, add magnesium, dim the lights, Keep your room cool, invite calm, and tell your body now it's safe to rest. If you're among the disciplined few still sleeping soundly with just your breath and quiet, protect it at all costs, because that sleep isn't just rest, it's medicine. It shields your memory, it regulates your mood. It makes the difference between existing and thriving. Don't dismiss it. Don't trade it for late night screens or extra coffee. Protect your sleep, because if you sleep well at 70, you'll move better at 75. Think sharper at 80, stand taller at 85, and live fully at 90. All starting the moment the lights go out and your body whispers, "I've got this."